everybody. We're here at Contra Costa Animal Services. We've got the behavior team out here with Rodeo. He is available for adoption. He's been with us for quite a while, and we wanted to introduce everyone to him today because he's had a couple of unsuccessful adoptions. So just like Blizzard that we sort of introduced everyone to last week, we want to just give everybody a chance to ask some questions and see some behaviors of a couple of our dogs that have been here for a little while, so we can make a better placement for him in his next adoption. Rodeo came to us and was incredibly stressed. And this is something that happens at the shelter. This environment is really, really different from what most dogs experience in their lives until they arrive. There are louder noises. There are a lot of people walking around. There are things made of metal, and there are lots and lots of other dogs around. So things are really, really different. One thing that we do sometimes see from dogs when they're really stressed out is what we call arousal behaviors. And so this can look like jumping, mouthing, barking, generally, having a tight body, and just overall sort of stress and anxiety signs. We can tell that Rodeo is actually on medication now because he's not exhibiting a bunch of those behaviors. And so I wanted to talk today to you guys a little bit about behavior change, and behavior change that we see in the shelter, as well as behavior change that we see outside the shelter when we send dogs home. We do track a lot of behavior when the medical staff interacts with the dog, when the behavior staff interacts with the dog, if the clerks witness anything with the person who's dropping off, or a surrendering or hello. This is really important information that we want to document so that we can track a dog's progress, whether they're increasing in affiliated behaviors or stress behaviors. We want to note that so that we can make a proper placement for each animal as they change while they're with us. Okay, you want to come over here? So Rodeo's doing a little bit of play on his own. This is one of his favorite activities, is to play with his toys. He's not crazy about interacting with the people with his toys. He kind of just wants to carry it around and show folks what he's got. Every once in a while he'll chase a toy when we toss it, but he's not really into the bring you the toy so that we can play the fetch game. He's more of I've got my toy and I've also got you here, and that's good enough. So he lost his little squeaky toy underneath our cot here. We're gonna just go ahead and let him find it while we're talking, so we can watch this sort of cute enrichment opportunity for him. He's kind of foraging for his item, using his nose and his brain there. So when we see a lot of stress behaviors in the shelter, it's really an unknown for us. We don't know where those things come from. We don't know if maybe they were stressed before they got here and their stress is being exacerbated by the environment here. When we talk about behavior, the environment has a huge role in the behaviors that we see. So if we can set up things like enrichment and foraging opportunities for a dog, we can often lower those stress and arousal behaviors just by offering them something to do besides bark or yell or jump. I'm going to just help him really fast. How about, do you want to go underneath? I think it's under there. Yeah. And this is a species typical behavior for Rodeo. I'm just going to move this so you guys can see a little bit better. Finding things and looking for valued items is a really important skill for a dog to have. It's very stress relieving. And again, Rodeo would like to show me his thing. Hey buddy, how's it going? I don't love squeaky toys in my face, so I'm actually going to just sort of redirect him to a different item. And then I can move the squeaky one that was kind of bothering me. This sort of trade scenario is the best way to keep dogs comfortable around their resources, so that they don't develop guarded behaviors. I know you have that. And so you can see Rodeo really wants to be around us. He does really love people. He's not really a fan of other dogs. And what we've seen in the shelter environment is a lot of ignoring. And he'll ignore until he gets too close to the dog, and then he tells them, I'd really like some space from you. And that's sort of what people like to label as reactivity, that type of thing, but really it's just a request for space from that animal. So the home that we're really looking for Rodeo is going to have no other animals in it, and he would do well with a backyard, and that way he doesn't necessarily have to go for walks. He does really enjoy walks, but if there are a number of like loose dogs or other reactive dogs in the area, it could be a little bit challenging to walk him in a calm way. We want to always promote sort of that nice, calm, cooperative behavior, and we can do training for that, but I do know that sometimes it can be really scary to handle a dog that is not so hot about other dogs. So we want people to be aware of this and to just set everything up for success. So if Rodeo does have a yard to go potty and play in, he doesn't necessarily need to go out on walks for every single potty opportunity, because that's going to raise his cortisol levels. And we can't always make sure that we're going out at a time when there aren't other dogs out. You know, back before COVID, we definitely had a lot of hours of the day that were less safe than others for those of us that do have dogs that want a little bit of extra space from other dogs. That 5 to 6 p.m. time when everybody's getting home from work and wants to go for their afternoon walk, those can be big trigger times for dogs. And if your area is quiet, it might be a lot easier to walk during many different times of the day with Rodeo. And we will go on a walk here, but again, I do want to make sure that everybody knows that the behaviors that he exhibits at the shelter are going to be different than the behaviors that he's going to exhibit in a home. Things may not change drastically, but we do expect to see behavior change, especially because he should taper off of his trazodone when he gets into a home. So what we're going to do is we're going to leash him up, and we're just going to go for a little walk around the building, just like we did with Blizzard. What you're going to see is him actually being really good on leash. If he wants to carry his toy, he's absolutely welcome to. And we're just going to see what he thinks of all the different spaces in the shelter. All right, you ready? Ready to go, kiddo? Ready? You want to go somewhere? Yeah? Yeah, good boy. You want to have a little treat to put your
And his name is Rodeo.
Rodeo or
Someone
Rodeo.
was asking.
Yes, sorry, you can't read my lips because of my mask. one of our COVID struggles for sure. His name is Rodeo or Rodeo. I'm sure he wouldn't mind either pronunciation. Are you ready? Should we go? Let's go, buddy. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go, buddy. Good boy. Oh, I missed you. I missed you. Hey, man. Hey. You gonna carry that one? Did I get him? I didn't get him. I know. Good boy. Alright, so I just placed a little wrap harness on him, just so that I'm not putting any pressure on his neck. And he's going to carry this nice blue rope with him. We were trying to go for a Valentine's Day theme, but he decided blue is kind of more his color, which is fine. You ready? Should we go? You want to grab an extra thing? Want some else too? No? Okay, let's go.
Why the pink scarf? She got out a pink scarf.
Yeah, for Valentine's Day. Let's go this way, baby.
Oh, you want to move?
Yeah, we're going to go this way.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thanks. Thanks.
Let's go this way. Good job. Here we go. Yes. Now we do have another dog at the end of the hallway, so we're going to just take a little break right here and maybe eat some treats on the floor. Yeah. Rodeo. Rodeo. So this is kind of what management looks like when there is another dog present. You can see this is plenty of space for him to not react at the dog. Rodeo.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello.
And so I'm just going to keep his attention and reward him for still paying attention to me in the presence of this other dog. It's, 30 feet away right now, so it's plenty of space for him. Good boy. Ready? Yeah, good job. started to move toward us, or he started to get uncomfortable, and I can call him away with that extra stimulus as well. We're going to go a different way since that dog's going to linger there for a minute. We'll just head out to the back lot, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Dog, come in. Now he's pulling a little bit more here, and I think that's because he knows sometimes he gets to go play in the back lot back here. You gonna bring that
We
toy?
found a toy.
Great. Oh, you're gonna show Sam your toy? You're done with the toy. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Gotta show off our colors, too. Okay, let's do it. Now the area that we've got to walk around here is very quiet, so sometimes it can be hard to know what the dog's sensitivity level is with things like noises, traffic, that kind of thing. Because we're in this industrial area, there are some loud noises that happen every once in a while. We do get our trash picked up, that's kind of loud, but it's only once a week. You know, the dogs aren't always outside for those types of activities, so we can't always assess super well how the dog will do in your neighborhood. But a quieter neighborhood is going to be a little easier for a dog that needs some pretty intense decompression. But doing nice, easy walks in quiet areas is going to help the dog to sort of settle in a little bit faster than throwing them in a really, really crowded area that they might have to manage a lot of possible triggers. Now I'm going to do a little check-in with him. This is how I'm just going to kind of keep his attention, make sure that he knows, you know, I'm still here, we still have this kind of connection going on. And I'm going to reward him for kind of any attention that he gives me. If I was going to take Rodeo home, I would have food on me constantly, and I would just be rewarding these good behaviors while he's tapering off of the trazodone. That's a truck. Yeah, let's go. Now I love to see him sniffing and engaging with the environment. It's going to lower that heart rate a little bit and really helps to calm the dog quite a bit. It's a great, great enrichment thing, is just to take him to an area that you know smells real good. Maybe take a poop. It happens. Also a great reliever of stress.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's right. Now, of course, the quality of poop, I'm not a vet, but the quality of poop can tell you something about the dog's stress levels sometimes. It's nice to see that even though the dog is stressed out, he does have pretty good poop still.
Always handy to have a second person with you to clean
Definitely, definitely. A pooper scooper. Let's go, Bubba. Yeah. You wanna go sniff over there? Let's go sniff the creek area. Yeah. Here we go. Hold on, we passed it. Now I got this nice, easy bend in the leash. He's walking right with me. I'm just gonna keep rewarding this so that I see more of it in the future. Good boy. Very nice. And the reason I'm not using a clicker with Rodeo right now is because I do want to sort of keep him calm. The clicker can be really exciting for some dogs. I also have never used a clicker with him before, so I figured I'll just start rewarding things right now. It's not the fastest way to build behaviors, but if I continue to reward the behavior, it'll have a similar effect. Good boy. Always practice safety when you're out on the street with your dog, of course. Pulling them off to the side if there's somebody coming. Let's go, baby. Oh. There's somebody in that car. Yeah. This is an area I love to bring some of the shelter dogs to walk around. It's a really nice thing.
Wait, we got it. We're back.
All right, we're back. What do you think? He's watching some of this stuff. He doesn't look too concerned, but I can tell that he's definitely keeping his eyes sort of on the officer that we've got across the street at the gas station, and then there is also like a bulldozer over in the business over here, sort of across our creek area.
Yeah, lots of things going on over here. Not good.
All right, dude, you ready to head back? You want to keep sniffing? Yeah. Good job. Ready? Let's go.
Always checking in for Jen. There's usually some kind of landscaping like this that you can find for your dog to sniff around. That's not just more concrete and cars and things. And if you don't have things like that, you know, taking them somewhere like a shopping center, you know, especially if you're working with a dog that has sensitivity to other animals, going to a shopping center where there's just cars and people can be a really relaxing place to get a lot of space like this and to go for a nice long walk without needing to seriously manage the dog around the things that they're afraid of. And this is something that I've done with my personal dog. Sometimes when we go for field trips with dogs, we'll take them to the shopping center that's, you know, a mile or two down the way. And those are great places to kind of try them out in social settings without the pressure of having people walk straight up to them or having dogs around that they have to sort of manage also. Good job, buddy. Lucky enough to go out with one of our lovely dog walking volunteers earlier this morning. Alright, so we're back at the shelter, and I think, you know, you've seen a little bit of Rodeo, who you're getting in the car with. Again, behavior change is going to happen when we get into a home, but you've seen a little bit of what you're taking home right now. Our behavior team is so happy to do more counseling if somebody's interested or wants to know if their situation might be appropriate for him. So if you're interested, fill out an application on our website. We're happy to talk to you. The volunteers are happy to talk to you. And we just want to find the right spot for him. So fill out an application if you're interested, and we'd love to chat. Have a good day, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you.